Let's go to the phones. Darcy joins us in Richland, Washington. Darcy, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
You bet, Darcy.
I'm
How can I help?
a little nervous.
Oh, don't be. I'm on your side. I'm on Team Darcy right now.
Okay. Well, I've listened to Dave Ramsey. I listen to the Dave Ramsey podcast all the time. I hear you on the show, and I've heard some of the advice you've given other people. So I really just wanted to ask your advice about a job interview I have coming up this week. I'm kind of transitioning from being self-employed and being home with my kids. I've worked as a piano teacher for several years. And last year I decided to go back to college. I know you were just talking about jobs you can do without a degree, but I really wanted to finish my bachelor's. So I'm working towards my bachelor's in accounting, and I should be finishing that up in August because of due to prior college credits I had. It's not going to take me very long.
Okay.
And I got a little excited and applied for some jobs, and I may have applied for a full-time position with an accounting firm here. And they contacted me, and that's who I have the job interview with. And I had to go through an aptitude test, so I've done that, and they were really impressed with my score that I got. So I know that I'm a good candidate for them, but I'm not sure if this position, if they are willing to work with me as far as it being a part-time or even an internship type position. So I wanted to ask, what are some things I could say to them to kind of sell that idea if they are just looking for full-time?
Is it pretty obvious they're looking for a full-time position?
I think it was listed as full-time. When I submitted my resume and my cover letter, I did specify that I was looking for more of an internship or something that could be flexible.
Why are you interested in an internship? I'm just curious.
Well, time-wise, because I feel like there's a lot for me to learn. And also because internships tend to be more flexible as far as like the scheduling goes. It tends to not be a 40-hour.
Yeah. You know what? I tell you what I'm interested in. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm really interested to see how this goes. If they saw that and they were like, got a sharp candidate who wants an internship, and that could be less money or a non-paid internship. They could be really intrigued by that. Or they could be open to a part-time position. And since you stipulated it, I'm assuming somebody read that and it didn't flag you as we only want part-time people. So I would go into it based on what you've told me and what you've communicated. I'd be ready to back off that internship position pretty quickly because I don't think you want an internship. I think what you want is a part-time job that is somewhat entry level from an accounting standpoint so that you can get your sea legs because you're worried that you may not have the chops, which I don't think you should be, but I think that's where you are.
Yes.
Okay, so you shouldn't be, number one, because I'm assuming you are an earnest person and you applied for a position that when you read the job description, you went, I can do that. True or false?
Yes, and it was for an entry level.
Great.
It definitely was for an entry-level accountant position.
All right, so let's shoot the lack of confidence in the foot. Let's just shoot it. Boom, done. You're gone. You're out. Because you know you can do it, yes or no?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, then the answer is yes. Yeah, but of course you're going to be trained.
Yes.
Come on.
And I really want to get my foot in the door. I would love to have the opportunity to learn and to be right there.
Perfect. I love everything you're saying.
Working with an accounting firm is definitely going to get me the knowledge, a broader range of knowledge, I believe, than, say, getting an accounting position with a company.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the $1 million question.
Position.
Here's the $1 million question that they're going to ask you. Why do you want to work part-time?
Because I am self-employed and I don't want to abruptly quit that. And then also because I'm still in school.
Okay. That's what you have to address. It's not you going in and asking them if you can work part-time. If for some reason they didn't see on your application or whatever cover letter you submitted, then you kind of got a get out of jail free card by going, well, if they look at you and go, well, this is a full-time position. And you go,
right.
Well, I did stipulate, sorry, that I needed a part-time position. I go, okay, why do you need a part-time position? You go, well, right now I'm in school and I have a side hustle. And so I just kind of want to wade into this because I enjoy accounting and this is something I want to do. But right now, at this season of my life, I can do part-time. That's all I can do. But I'm super excited to be here, and here's why I want to do it. As long as you have a very clear and confident answer as to why you want to work part-time, then they're going to weigh that. They're going to go, okay.
Okay. So you don't think it's completely futile to go into this? I don't want to waste their time. So should I communicate that like right off the bat with the interview? Should I communicate?
Well, again, what was the...
I just want to make sure.
What was the communication? Was it a cover letter? How did you address to them that you were looking for part-time work when you applied? You told me you did that. How did you do it?
I'll have to look back and see which cover letter I submitted because I was actually just applying for many things, and I saw this one, and I actually met a person that worked for this accounting firm last year, and she had encouraged me to apply at that time, and I did not. And so I got a little overly excited, and I'm not sure exactly how I worded it, so I would have to go back and
you're confident,
through my files.
But my point is you're confident that you mentioned you were looking for part-time work.
I believe so. So what if I'm not? What if I didn't?
Well, then
what should I communicate then from the beginning?
Then I would tell them ahead of time.
Okay. Before the interview?
Yeah, because here's the deal. If I was interviewing somebody for a full-time job and they walked in and said, hey, I'm excited, but I can only do this part-time, I'd go, did you read the job description? Did you I appreciate that, love you, but I need somebody full-time.
Okay. So then do that ahead of time.
Yeah, but again, I was assuming you were a little bit more certain earlier. So if you communicated that in a cover letter and they still screened you and they asked you to do an aptitude test, which they did, then I'm under the assumption right now that somebody saw that and was like, that's fine. We're open to her being part-time. So if that's the case, then I don't think you're wasting their time. And you've got, if they look at you like you're an alien and you go, I'm so sorry. I communicated ahead of time, so I assumed you guys were open to me doing this part-time.
Yes.
But I wouldn't worry too much about it if you communicate it. If it's me, I go back and I look at the cover letter and I find the cover letter that I sent these folks. And if it's black and white, plain as the world can see, then I'd go in for the interview.
Yes, it is in there.
Oh.
It is.
Then that's on them. That's on them.
Okay.
It's not on you. It's on them. If they didn't read that, then again, if they're a little upset with you, go, hey, I'm really sorry, but I did say it as clear as day and show it to them. Don't stress out about it. If you communicated that and they said, come on in, then I would do it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't over communicate on this. It's their job to read what you wrote. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I'm really excited, and I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anybody's time. I feel like you said, I wasn't sure if maybe they didn't see that.
Yeah.
Because I honestly was a little bit surprised that they contacted me. After it,
But they even gave you an aptitude test and you scored well on that. And so here's the deal. It's their job. It's I don't know what the example is. I don't have a fresh example, but if somebody tells me these are the requirements for you to purchase a registration and sign up for a course or whatever, and I don't do one or two of the things that I'm supposed to do, and then when I show up that day to do it and they don't have my name down and I go, well, I did this. You go, well, you didn't do this. You didn't do this. Well, I didn't see it. And then they pull it up and they go, it's right there. You didn't do 2 and you didn't do 3. Whose fault is that? Mine or theirs?
Yeah, I can see that.
So
it would be theirs if they didn't read it.
There you go. Darcy, go in there with your head high, very confident, and don't overanalyze this. Don't over communicate, and just go. Just go.